Hey everyone, we're Towaway Couple, and I'm Tom, no longer the driver.
And I'm Bunny, and I drive a Dodge Charger.
That means you're no longer a driver?
I'm no longer a driver.
Yeah, because
Not commercially.
not commercially. So the question of the day is, did we delease?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, we did.
So the other question is why did we delease?
Well, definitely nothing that who we worked for did. We absolutely love Starfleet, and if we decide to go back in a couple months to a year, then we're definitely going to go back with Starfleet for sure.
Exactly. So a lot of you know, and Starfleet's been working well with us, that we had a death in the family recently, and we kept having emergencies where we kept having to fly to California on a moment's notice. We dropped one trailer in January in Georgia, and we had to beeline it to Florida to fly to California just to be with my dad. And unfortunately, he did pass away.
Yeah, we lost him at the end of January.
Right. Now, we also have other jobs, other employments. We have not hid this from anybody. So we work for an adult lifestyle travel agency.
Absolutely, we do.
We love our jobs.
You can't have it.
No, you can't have it.
And even the ones that say, I wouldn't want their job, yeah, you would.
Yeah. Then we won't have to worry about you going after our job. So we get to have drinks in our hands and toes in the sand all the time.
But I do have to have my phone with me 24/7. But that's okay, because guess what? I work from home.
We work from the phone.
And I work from Jamaica.
And we work from the phone.
And I work from the phone. So home can be wherever it wants to be. But guess what? In the mix of all that, we did buy a new home, too.
Right. So we were in the process of looking at houses when all the emergency started. So after my dad had passed, we then solidified it, and we found the house of our dreams.
Yes, we did.
Just north of Nashville, Tennessee. So if any of y'all are interested in going to Nashville, or you're in Nashville, let us know. Maybe we can meet you down at Broadway if we're in town.
Yes, yes. Now, the thing with, too, is Starfleet worked amazingly well with us. I mean, all of the medical issues with Tom's dad pretty much started
Yeah, Bama.
in like September, October. And like Tom said, there was a lot of, trips back and forth to California that weren't expected. And then we had to end up staying in his home until the 1st of April.
Right.
So we literally did nothing from
January
through April.
Except for Jamaica.
Yeah, but that was only like once or twice. Only once or twice.
How many days a year are we in Jamaica?
70.
70 days a year. Only
And
once or twice.
mostly in the wintertime.
Yes.
When everybody else is freezing their butts.
Now, people are asking, why did we delease? And basically, we're working on our house, and we have our other jobs. RV transport, it's kind of ironic. Our industry, travel industry, was booming, and all of a sudden COVID hit, and it tanked. I mean, they closed up Jamaica as well as every other country, all the cruises. So we sat around and we thought, my God, we're going to lose our truck. That was our only debt.
We're going to lose everything.
But our truck was our only debt.
Yeah.
So that's when we got into RV transport, and the beauty of working as travel agents, we could do our jobs anywhere in the world, and therefore we could do RV transport full-time as well as our other jobs.
Right. So during COVID, when RV industry was booming, we were running and moving. And
we were making money.
We did. And you know what? We did it for 3 years, and we absolutely love it.
Yeah. And we still love it because it allowed us to go visit family. I mean, yes, we made a lot of money and wanted to make a lot of money, but the visiting of friends and family along the way was probably the most important.
And that's the one thing that I don't like, the fact that we deleased, is because now I don't get to see our daughter and our granddaughters as much as we did in the past.
Exactly, but with Southwest flights, we could fly pretty cheap.
Yeah, yeah. So on top of all of that, too, we did sell our house in Alabama.
We did sell
We
the house.
have vacated our apartment in Indiana. So everything now between those two places pays our only one bill here.
Yeah, our mortgage, so it's almost like we have a free house.
Yeah, and we also paid off the dually.
We paid off the dually because, again, if we're going to pay a payment for the dually and the interest on the dually, I would rather take that interest and apply it towards the mortgage of the house.
Correct. So current situation is we are sitting here in Tennessee.
Yes.
Working for one company at the time. And we're driving the black truck. We're putting all of the miles on the black truck, and we're saving the gray truck.
Yeah, we figured as many miles as we put on it, because it's a 2022. And we just seen a 2021 dually Ram at a dealership. But we thought, hey, if we just park the dually for a while, maybe the time will catch up to the mileage.
Exactly.
and we'll make more money on the truck
if
we sold it.
And that's the crazy thing. 2 years ago, you couldn't find a dually to save your life. Now they're everywhere.
Now they're everywhere. So now what's happening in the RV industry?
It's a little slow out there.
It's very, very slow. Motorized vehicles is still pretty booming. Because the beauty is if you're doing drive-away, you can work for many companies, and that makes it profitable because you can work for Starfleet, Indiana Transport, Horizon, any of them.
Well, and the beauty of it is if you're a drive-away and you have a CDL, you can work for multiple companies, and you don't have to just haul RVs.
Right.
You can haul other types of vehicles.
Yeah, they got concrete trucks, trash trucks, everything.
Buses,
Right, so, and the big motorhomes.
Yeah.
So, yeah, if you're looking into drive-away, that's definitely an option. Don't focus on one company to make it profitable. Focus on several companies. Obviously, each company would rather you drive more for them, and we totally get that. Go with the highest paying per mile, and the one that has the longest runs, and that's where you're going to make your money.
Right. Now, so for us, the easiest thing was for us to delease, because of the fact is the two insurances for our trucks was $750 a month. Add that on top of...
That was commercial insurance.
For commercial insurance. Add that on top of all of our other bills at the time.
And maintenance.
And maintenance costs on those dualies can run a pretty penny.
Yeah, well, both trucks.
So basically, at the point we were driving our trucks into the ground for not enough return on investment.
Right.
Because of the industry being so slow.
We're in it to make money, not break even.
Yes. So if I'm going to break even, I'm going to sit at home in my beautiful new home instead of in a rest area
and work
somewhere.
for our other company I mean, I would rather work for our other company full time here than being on the road just running our trucks into the ground and not gaining ground.
Exactly.
If that makes sense.
Now, rumors are always rumors, but the fact is that some of the rumors that I've heard are from legitimate sources that the industry probably is not going to pick up again until about January of 2024.
It's probably going to be April of 2024.
Well, see, rumors. I had it wrong.
No, but we got it firsthand.
We did get it firsthand.
And it's going to be March, April of 2024 at the soonest.
Plus the fact that if you call other places, most are not hiring. Granted, there are a few hiring.
The quality ones are not hiring because they already have enough drivers, and they're not really looking for you to go. I mean, just to get into this industry, you're looking at, if you have the truck and pretty much everything, you're still going to invest another $2,500 into your truck because they're going to require you to have mud flaps, truck inspections, all kinds of stuff. And some people have come out here, gone to Indiana thinking, oh, okay, I'm only going to pop $1,000 for the weight distribution hitch and the mud flaps or whatever. Well, all that stuff has gone up in price. It's no longer $150 for something. It might be $200, $250. But a friend of ours came out and we let him sleep on our couch for a week, and he thought he was going to put $1,500 into his truck, and it was $6,000 later because he put the auxiliary tank in, the fifth wheel hitch, and the mud flaps, everything. But again, I say, if you're going to get into this industry, you can go bare minimum. They want CDL drivers to have the fifth wheel hitch. But a non-CDL, you can go without the fifth wheel hitch because probably 80% of the trailers are going to be non-fifth wheel.
Correct. And you know, we've said this time and time again that everybody is in the RV industry for different reasons. We got into it at a time where we really needed the income, and so that's where we got into it.
It allowed us to pay off our other truck and pay off all of our credit card debt.
And you know, there are people still getting into the RV industry, and hey, more power to them. But you know what? Like I said, everybody's at a different level. Some people don't have any house payments. They don't have other.
They're retired.
They're retired, or
they have other sources of income.
They like to live life on the road. And the one thing that I would highly, highly recommend is if you're going to lease on with a company, before you lease on with a company, try to see if you can talk to 3 or 4 other drivers. Because I know a lot of the companies out there are hiring people on, and they're all excited because they're going in there and they're getting maybe 1 or 2 runs, and then they're sitting for 3 or 4 weeks.
3 or 4 months.
That's not cool.
No. I mean, when
cool.
the industry started to tank, I remember talking to a driver. He had got brought on. Everyone knew the industry was going down. They knew the trailers were dropping. The rates per mile were dropping. Everything was dropping like flies. But yet they were still hiring guys. And this guy was from Florida. And he was looking for a run home. And he sat in the parking lot for 2 weeks. And because he sat in the parking lot, they purposely did not give him any runs because they were annoyed. He was constantly asking, do you have any runs? Do you have any runs? You're the new guy, dude. We have people that have worked for us for 8, 10, 12 years who are going to get those trailers.
Right. And a lot of people in the RV industry live in the South, so they want the southern routes.
Right.
I mean, seriously, we're now only 6 hours from dispatch.
Yeah, so when we do go back into RV transport sometime next year, we're not 12 hours when we were in Alabama. We're now 6 hours, so we can get there, hook, and at least start our journey before we got to pull over.
Right, which would be nice. Instead of hooking up and getting a hotel because you're already past your
Now, some people say, well, why don't you just do one a month and everything? The problem is the industry's so slow and there's more drivers than trailers. That one a month would have to be a California run or a Washington run because Oregon wasn't as far miles.
No.
So we'd have to do that. And after all said and done, fuel, maintenance, and yard fees, legal fees, and insurance, everything, we would break even on the first run.
So one run a month.
You need at least 2 runs a month to at least start profiting. We figured 3 runs, long runs a month to where you're actually making money that you could pay your bills and mortgages and stuff.
Exactly.
But you can't do that at $1.31 a mile either.
No. And, well, currently right now where we're at, diesel prices are
going up.
They're $3.89. They've gone up 25 cents in the past 2 weeks.
It was $3.18 a gallon a few weeks ago, and now it's $3.89 a gallon.
But remember in the beginning I said I've been driving a Charger, so guess what? I only have to put gasoline in my car.
Right. But I'm over there just joking because we still got to run both trucks to Alabama with trailers.
Yeah.
But thankfully, Alabama's only 5 hours each way.
Yeah.
And Alabama's like $4.50 a gallon, so we could actually get there, load our trailers, and get back here with our extended fuel tanks and fill up here at $3.89 a gallon. But it was much nicer at $3.18 a gallon.
So we opted to delease. We figure 2 drivers, 2 trucks.
We were thinking about just keeping 1 truck on.
Right.
And then Bunny doing the motorhomes again.
but it still wasn't going to be not even feasible. It was just time for us to sit down for a little bit.
We've been doing it for 3 years.
Yeah, let somebody else
I
make
could
some
see
money.
the people who've been doing it for 8, 10, 15 years going, 3 years, and they're already
But
taking a break.
We just bought a beautiful new home, and we want to enjoy it for a while, too.
We were living in an apartment.
Yeah.
And we weren't even seeing it, but
No.
one night a month.
There was literally one month that I had to pay, and it was almost $1,300 a month we were paying for that apartment.
And we didn't see it at all that month. So...
No. I even called him jokingly, and I'm like, I wasn't there. Do I have to pay my rent?
Right. So Starfleet says, they're taking applications, but obviously they're not looking to hire Towaway until October, November, but then they're going to have plant shutdowns.
Yep.
So we're kind of being told that it would probably be more February, March, and then you got your plant shutdowns in July, but at least you would have a good run before the 3-week shutdown.
Yeah. But if you just look around and you're in Elkhart area and you look around and you see these RV lots are empty for the RV transporters, and then you go by the RV dealerships and they're packed full.
Well, you can even go by some of the yards in Indiana and they look full, and you're like, oh yeah, but they're actually, the dealerships are paying to store their trailers at those yards. So until the dealerships need their trailers, those trailers are just sitting there.
And until the interest rates go down.
That's another issue.
I mean, honestly, I'm not going to go out and pay $80,000 for a new travel trailer with 15% interest on it. Ouch.
Right.
Ouch. And that's what everybody else is thinking. So until the economy equalizes, I think it's going to be a little slow within the industry.
Well, that's what they said. It's going to be slow until probably March, April. We were thinking if we go back, it would be July. We like to run in the summer months. And July through October, we're not doing anything. But October through March, we're in Jamaica a lot.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
So that's our busy season, but thankfully it's during the winter.
I'm a fair weather driver.
Yeah, I mean, we never like to drive in the winter time. Not that we couldn't do it. It's the other idiots on the road, and we put too much money in our trucks, and we're not super truckers. We just want to make a living, and we want to do a good job and not take a trailer 2,000 miles and have it damaged because of black ice on the road just before we drop. And then we're out all that mileage, the bond, and it was a lot of stress.
Well, and then the fact is, if you just do minor damage and they refuse it, then you got to come back on your dime with the trailer.
Yeah, you got to haul that trailer back. So that's our dog. She got a new toy. But anyway, we wanted to pop off this video. We've been meaning to do it for a few weeks. As you can see, our bar backdrop is no longer our dining room in our house. Our formal dining room is now our formal bar. So we have 2 other bars that you never saw in the video because they were in our living room in our apartment. The dining room has all 3 bars, a table, cuckoo clock.
Yes, we got the cuckoo clock.
Signs.
But because this is now our office, and we haven't, because we've been so busy on the other portions of the house, we haven't
That's
got to
what
get
she's growling
everything
at.
set up. So yeah, this room is going to be next. So if we pop up any other videos again, eventually you're going to see stuff on the walls. Back to our Alabama stuff.
Yes, and while we're not going to be transporting for a while, we're still available for any questions. We have been doing it for 3 years. We don't know everything. That's why we always tell people it's our opinion on how we navigate the RV transport life, that you should always ask 5 other drivers, because what works for us may or may not work for you, and what works for somebody else may resonate well with you, or it may make you think they're never going to make it.
Exactly. And people are going to say that about us. 3
Right.
years they didn't make it. Well, no, 3 years we just decided to step down on our own.
Yeah.
And but I guess
If you are looking for Towaway or Drive-Away, call Starfleet. They pay more than the others in the industry. I think when we left Towaway, they were still at $1.85 any direction, where we're seeing others paying $1.36 a mile.
yeah.
And at fuel rates and everything, $1.36 in the heat of the summer. You just,
I don't even know if I'd want to be running this summer. It's been so darn hot
yeah, we
out
never
there.
idled our trucks.
No, we didn't. And I I give props to the ones that are running those West Coast runs and going through Arizona in 120 degrees.
Right.
You guys are you're it.
You're
I can't see you're the guy, you're the girl, you're it.
You're it. Mad respect.
Mad respect, absolutely. And to those ones that run hard in the winter because I'm a sissy lala when it comes to driving in the snow.
Anyone want an annoying Shih Tzu?
And this is what we deal with when we're trying to do everything now. Hey, you know what though? I mean, you gotta, come on. We've been going on the Harley all day.
We have been on the Harley. We're able to ride now.
We are able to ride in nice, pretty areas because, really, honestly, there's not many places to ride in Elkhart.
No, we did try to ride in Elkhart. It was kind of boring.
Yeah.
And Sturge has started this last week, and it's been raining every day.
Yes. Yeah.
So, in the campground we went to had their major party this last weekend, and it was raining the whole time.
Yes, and cold. Everybody's wearing sweatshirts.
Yeah, that sucks because it was a lot of fun.
All right, so that
We're
was
rambling.
just an update on what we've been doing. So kind of keep an eye out. Like I said, if we start running it again, it will probably be in 6 to 9 months.
Yep, and if you're listening to this on a podcast, check out our YouTube channel, or just go to TowawayCouple.com, and we have links to previous other videos and links to our YouTube. And if you're new getting into the industry, click on our resources page. It's a little outdated, so if you see something that's either no longer there or something better, let us know. We have no problem updating and adding things. Shout outs to Dan's Hitch. We are huge fans of Dan's Hitch. We're going to be doing a video. We did the where we could flat toe the black ram behind the dually.
We did it right before
all the stuff happened with my father. So we did tell Ryan over at Dan's Hitch we were going to do a full video. We did do a video on the Blue Ox weight distribution hitch, the sway control, but we do need to do a video, and we're going to wait till it cools down a little bit, and we're going to do it right out in our cul-de-sac.
Yes,
and
absolutely.
then we'll show how easy it is. And ours, go big or go home, it was our motto. You can go a little bit less and still achieve the same desired results.
Exactly. So for one last time until the next time, I have to do my transporter wave.
See you down the road.
See you down the road.
Bye-bye.
Bye.